Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My pleasure to be here. I'm going to give you some brief messages on the overview of economic and social conditions in Africa. We have published a full report on the website of the conference, so I'm going to be very brief. To start with, well, I think, Mr. Chair, this slide there is, I don't know if you can switch it off or something, do something about it. Anyway. Africa's growth prospects have been affected by COVID-19. As you all know, Africa grew by minus 3.2% in 2020. But Africa is recovering despite the headwinds, including the war in Ukraine. And the pandemic, as we will see, affected not just Africa's growth, but affected poverty situation and macroeconomic performance almost all over Africa. And recently, the macroeconomic situation in Africa has been affected also negatively by the war in Ukraine. I will mention some of the issues we have faced due to this war. External shocks continue to influence growth in Africa, and we repeat the same message we have been making, that African countries need to diversify their economies, need to trade more among themselves, i.e. implement the Continental Free Trade Area in order to build resilience to external shocks. In 2022, because of the war in Ukraine, and this is affecting many African countries negatively, although some commodity exporters, especially countries that export oil, are expected to benefit from this hike in commodity prices. Now, looking at, well, let me just go back to the context. The global economy is also recovering steadily in 2022, 2021 from the dip in global growth we witnessed in 2020. The Ukraine crisis may lead to a 0.4 percentage point drop in growth in Africa in 2022, but the assessment is continuing. We do not have final results on how the war in Ukraine is going to affect the global economy and Africa in particular. Growth by sub-region varied considerably. North Africa led Africa's recovery with more than 6% growth rate recorded in 2021. Southern Africa continues to be the lowest growing country, sub-region in Africa. There are diverse growth factors across countries, across sub-regions, but these include, of course, domestic demand and commodity prices, tourism, and trade in general. Fiscal space in Africa remains constrained. We have seen a reduction in government revenue as a percentage of GDP in 2020 and 2021, and a widening in public deficit from minus 2.2 in 2019 to over 4%.